Good morning. Today is Wednesday, September 28th. I am out at jury duty today. You have a substitute and Miss Coleman are here. What you're going to be doing today is you're going to be reviewing division without decimals. You need to get out your Bell worksheet from your math folder that you got yesterday in class, and you need to complete Wednesday's Bell work. We will go over the answer at the end of the 3 minutes. Okay, it's not been 3 minutes, but I'm going to go ahead and go over the answer. You have 4 51/100 times 5. Product means multiplication. Do not forget you should have your DPs over here. So I have 2 decimal places. 5 times 1 is 5. 5 times 5 is 25. Put my 5 carrying my 2. 5 times 4 is 20 plus 2 more is 22. I have 2 decimal places, so I start here and I'm going to go 1, 2. So your answer is 22 55/100. Please make sure that you get out your math notebook and pencil. You need to be ready to take notes. Okay, our essential question for today is how do you divide a 4-digit number by a 2-digit number? We are also going to be doing 3-digit by 1-digit numbers to practice. Your objective for today is I can solve long division problems. The plan for the day is we are going to do the lesson and then you're going to do 2 practice pages and complete your Monday and Tuesday work if you are not done with it. All right, this is just a review and notes page, so let's get started. We're going to do 1A. I'm going to do 1A and then we're going to do 1B. So 1A is 520 divided by 4. We're doing a 3-digit by 1-digit review. So I need to ask myself, how many times does 4 go into 5? The answer is 1. So I put my little multiplication sign. 1 times 4 is 4, so I'm going to subtract 4. 5 minus 4 is 1. Do not forget you need to bring down your arrow with your 2. So now I ask myself, how many times will 4 go into 12? And my answer is 3. So I'm going to put a 3 here and I say to myself, 3 times 4 is 12. So I'm going to subtract 12. 2 minus 2 is 0. 1 minus 1 is 0. But I still have a 0 up top that I still have to bring down. How many times will 4 go into 0? The answer is 0. Okay, so 130 times 4, we're going to check it. We're going to say 130 times 4, and we should get 520. 4 times 0 is 0. 4 times 3 is 12. Put my 2, carry my 1. 4 times 1 is 4 plus 1 is 5. This checks, and this checks, so I know that my work is correct. So my answer is 130. Please make sure that you are copying these notes as I go. Now we're going to go over to 1B and we're going to do 735 divided by 5. I want you to try it on your own for a few minutes and then we'll stop and do it together. All right, we're going to go ahead and start. Ask yourself how many times 5 will go into 7. The answer is 1. So 1 times 5 is 5, so I subtract my 5. 7 minus 5 is 2. I need to draw my arrow and I need to bring down my 3. And I need to ask myself how many times will 5 go into 23, and the answer is 4. 4 times 5 is 20, so I subtract 20. 3 minus 0 is 3, and again, I'm going to bring down my 5, and I'm using my arrows so I don't lose my space. And then I'm going to ask myself how many times 5 goes into 35, and the answer is 7. So I'm going to subtract 35. 5 minus 5 is 0. 3 minus 3 is 0. Again, we're going to check it. We're going to take 147 and multiply it by 5, and we should come out with 735. 5 times 7 is 35. Put my 5, carry my 3. 5 times 4 is 20 plus 3. Is 23, carry my 2. 5 times 1 is 5 plus 2 is 7. So 735 checks out, 5 checks out, and 147 checks out. So I know my correct answer is 147. Okay, I want you to take a few seconds and I want you to glue this long division review sheet into your notebook on your next empty page, please. As soon as you do that, the substitute or Miss Coleman will be walking around with your activity page for today. You have 2 to complete. The first activity page that you got should look like this. It should be called single digit division, no remainders. So none of these problems will have remainders. This is just a simple review of how to do division. Okay, so you have 20 problems. You can work them on the back of the sheet, or you can get notebook paper from the front of the classroom. You need to complete this sheet and then ask the substitute or Miss Coleman will give you, turn this in and ask them for the sheet 2. This is your second activity page, and on this activity page, you're going to use the box method to solve these problems. Let's look at your notes from Monday in your journal. That will give you a review for the how the box method works. There are 5 problems to complete. If you get this completed, then you need to turn it into the tray. Don't forget to highlight your name. And the last thing you're going to do, if you have time, Ms. Coleman will be handing back your work from Monday and Tuesday. If you're not finished with it, you need to finish your work. If you get done with it, you need to staple both pages and turn it in together stapled into the turn-in tray. If you are finished with them already, I need you to check over your work and correct it if you need to. Ms. Coleman will have an answer document that you can use to check. Use a pen to check and make corrections if you need to in pen. Again, turn these back in but staple them together before you turn them into the tray. I will hopefully be back tomorrow, which would be Thursday, and we will move on with our division. I hope that you have a good day, and we will see you tomorrow.